Hello everyone, welcome to the Job Search Challenge.
The job loss numbers staggering, as we mentioned, but we're still not seeing the full extent of all this.
That number is agonizing to look at. We have not seen numbers like that since the Great Depression. This is 10 times the worst single month right after World War II.
We are no doubt in one of the most challenging times in history. So why do I want to start a job search right now? As many of you don't know, I have been in the US on a student visa. In early 2020, I was a lucky winner of the H-1B lottery, which allowed me to transition from a student status to a full-time worker status. This H-1B visa allowed me to work for about 6 more years in the US. It is a blessing, but it also creates challenges if I want to switch to a new job. First of all, the visa tied me to a certain employers. In order to switch to a new employers, I have to find those who are willing to do an H-1B transfer. An H-1B transfer is costly, so not many companies are willing to do that. If I was on a student visa, I could do volunteering work or I could work for myself. There are many other options for me to choose. And of course, companies can employ me without worrying about any visa issues. The H-1B visa leaves me with only a few options of some startups and mostly mid and large sized companies. Another challenge is that I cannot go out there and look for any jobs. The visa tied me to a job that is related to my bachelor degree or my master degree, which give me two options of economics and computer science. On top of that, I didn't practice coding interview for a year. So I have a lot of catching up to do. Luckily, I have been practicing since the end of October though. I have only graduated for about a year, so I'm still a junior developer. Many companies have openings for mid and senior developers at the moment, and there are fewer options for junior developers. So because companies are reluctant to take more risks during the pandemic. The good news is that there are still job openings out there, and recruiters have been contacting me and I have got some interviews. Many industries are struggling right now. However, industries like e-commerce, social media platform, video streaming, video chat are still very much thriving. Luckily, the tech industry has not been hit as hard as others. So, challenge accepted. I will give myself until the end of February 2021 to secure a job. It may sound crazy to try to switch job in the middle of the pandemic. It is definitely a challenge. However, a challenge is also an opportunity. If you study economics, you might have heard of sayings like, when the stock market goes down is the best time to invest because that is when the stock price is at the lowest. So you have to stick to your long-term game instead of worrying about a short-term fluctuation. I think the same principle applies to this job search as well. I may fail, but I may as well succeed. So wish me luck!